No.
All right, we have breaking news here when it comes to James Wiseman. He underwent successful surgery today down in Los Angeles to repair a right meniscus tear. He is out for the season, and the Warriors say that they would have an update on his progress in September. So it looks like he's going to be out for the summer. No offseason workouts. James Wiseman out for the season, and it looks like he won't be able to get a progress report here on his right knee until September. So what does this mean for the young man who just turned 20? You had a meniscus injury. Sounds like this was a little more serious than we all thought.
It might have been a little more serious. I'm pretty sure they want to make sure they get him back slowly. The best thing that this happened, towards the end of the season. So hopefully he doesn't miss too much time in the beginning of the season. So I don't want to, look too far into it. I'm pretty sure whatever the doctors are telling him to do, I'm pretty sure the team is going to listen for sure.
Yeah, you never know the extent of these injuries till you get in there and with the scope and find out what, till they repair it. But I think it's smart to make this a long-term recovery process. You can always come back sooner. If you put a timeline on things, once that date comes, all you're hearing about where is he? So take the long haul recovery process. He'll be fine. He's a young, dynamic, talented player. The best of James Wiseman is yet to come.
No doubt. And they say that Wiseman will be given an update will be given in September, and he is expected to return for the 2021-22 campaign. And coming up later in the show, Kareth Burke will join us to discuss and have more information on James Wiseman. So let's give a little credit here to Stephen Curry, courtesy of our friends at Provident Credit Union. And take a look, fellas. 20-point quarters since 2014-15. James Harden right behind him. Dame Dollars on that list. Devin Booker, Westbrook. Curry has 28 quarters, 20-plus quarters since 2014-15. Let's hear part 2 of the Dubs Talk podcast with Grant Liffman and Kendra Andrews.
When you're playing, you don't actually ever think about these conversations about legacy or anything, right? Or do you?
You can
a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. There's a little motivation there, always.
Go on.
You obviously know in this business, in this league, there's a lot of comparisons and conversations and rankings and just it's the best and worst part of what we do because we're on stage so many times, and I don't think anybody on this level needs any extra motivation or any extra inspiration to go do what we do. But naturally, you hear stuff and you come across stuff that's like, all right, I get what's going on. You gotta carry that with you. You might not think about it like purposefully, intentionally on the court, but in those moments, it does give you a little extra juice. Year after year, 82 games, I guess, honestly, you probably need some of that to a certain extent. So whether you're searching for it or whether you kind of just come across it or whether you write it on your wall or put a little note in your locker or something, whatever it is, you gotta, to be great, you gotta find some juice, whatever it is.
So like in Billy Madison, you have the names on the wall.
That literally was in my head just now. Like it was freaking checked with the lipstick, crossing off the list. That's hilarious. That's literally was in my head, 100%.
When we talk about, either legacies or just players' standings in the league, especially when it comes to guards, it's who's the most unguardable player, and you're a name that definitely comes up in those conversations. But is there any defender in the league who you think actually guards you really well, or maybe if it's not necessarily physically stopping you, kind of gets in your head and can frustrate you in that way?
Yes and no. Like Drew Holiday, Avery Bradley, Tony Allen when he was in the league. There are guys that have a knack for being in the right place at the right time, being physical, studying your game, knowing your moves. Never in my mind are you scared when you come in and feel like they actually can stop you, but you got to work a little harder that particular night or play a little smarter or even like Pat Bev, some of the antics and stuff like that. Like you kind of have to deal with that. But I think those guys exist, and that's what they get paid to do, is to defend the best guys in the league. You feel like you still can get your numbers on them. But Seth Curry is the one that frustrates me the most, because he just has that look like, I know what you're going to do. In that game in the playoffs, when he was in Portland, they had like literally like 4 steals on me, because I don't know if he disarmed me a little bit, because he was trying to act like we were in the backyard, but he literally was everywhere, and I couldn't figure it out that one little game. So he's on that list too.
Yeah, I remember that game. I do remember that game. Yeah, you seemed a little frustrated in that one. Actually, thinking about it, when you dropped 53, broke Wilt's record against the Nuggets, I'm not going to name any names on the other team, but there's certain defenders that come in that are supposed to be like the guys that kind of rattle you a little bit, kind of grab you and stuff. Like you put it feels extra good, right, when you score on these people, right?
For sure, because the coach puts them in there for that reason. And if they don't, if they make it worse, then that's when you're doing something special that night. So I was talking a lot of trash last night, for sure. Playing Denver, just knowing that was it Campazzo? He was.
You named the name.
He was a pest. Like the guy asked me after the game, how was he as a defender? I said he brought the best out of me, and that was true. So
I was going to ask, what type of trash talker are you? Because you have a teammate of yours is quite a vocal trash talker. Are you vocal? Feels a little bit more under the radar?
No, it's definitely under the radar. That's just my nature, I guess, in general. But it's like I keep it confined to the game, so I don't have like the material of life or like good one-liners or stuff like that. But I keep it to like what's happening in that moment. I guess my mannerisms kind of play a little bit more of a facial expressions or pointing or
turning your back on them and shooting over.
Yeah, that's the celebrations that might rub people the wrong way, but I'm having fun out there. I think that's the best part about it. Some trash talking gets personal to the point where you're bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with basketball. Some stuff is personal to the point of like I'm trying to just go at your neck. I keep it to the game, and that's why I like to have fun with it, because I know it's just basketball at the end of the day, and we're not solving life's issues out here. We're hooping and competing, and if there is some chattering back and forth or people trying to get physical and all that type of stuff, I'm ready for those moments. I guess I'm not the instigator either, too, so I'm a good retaliator in that respect.
Actually, on that subject, are there any young guys that come in and try to trash talk you immediately? Like, do people trash talk you?
There's it's not the majority, but I think there are certain guys have been like, I've been waiting for this. So like, I've been watching you play. I'm ready. I'm like just trying to, I guess, boost their confidence up when they get out there. Because usually if you're saying something like that, you're probably not as confident as you're saying. So
right.
That's
a life lesson.
That's usually the experience, but I love it. Like that's the point. I love it. If it's happening, I love that it gets the fire going even more.
Be sure to listen to the full interview with Steph and Curry on Dub Talk Podcast right now. Actually, you can download it right now wherever you get your podcast. It is available. Very good stuff there from Kendra and Grant on Steph Curry. Let's take it up for the trash talk. Darrell, did you ever trash talk any great players? Because you see Steph Curry, he had to think about that answer for a second. Did anybody trash talk me? Did you ever try to trash talk like the Kobe's, the D-Wades, or anything like that?
I knew better. And I'm pretty sure Mully, he's been on the other side of that.
Right.
Probably guys trying to say something or they know better to say stuff to Mully. But no, I just compete and try to get my defense and my play talk for itself. You know what I mean? And that's how you gain respect from the great players. And that's what I did.
Legacy talk there. What do you got to say, Willie?
Steph Curry's trash talk is his consistent, incredible performances each and every night. I took some. So early in the segment, he talked about the movie. So the movie's in the can.
Right.
The release date is to be determined. That's going to happen. It's already done.
Sequel? Does it need a sequel?
No. His legacy is cemented in stone. We already covered that. The legacy thing is absurd. But he does use it as motivation.
Yep.
Right? Every time Steph steps on the court these days, he's breaking a record. He's setting history. And he's just a great entertainer. And he does it so efficiently, and he does it in a winning style. And I mentioned earlier about Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, right? Isaiah Thomas, Nate Tiny Archibald. I got to throw in Allen Iverson, right? With the handles.
Yeah.
And he's just so cool, dude.
Yeah.
He's so cool. Clyde Frazier.
Oh,
he's all those mixed together.
Like that.
And then you get Steph Curry.
What's that?
Once in a lifetime.
Triple-double Game 7 against the Lakers in the finals, Clyde. Whew, that's good company right there. So what's next for Steph Curry, though? We were talking yesterday about maybe the gold medal in the Olympics. What else does he need on that mental for him if you're Steph Curry?
Well, it sounds like he's chasing his bro, Clay, to get that record for the three. So I think that's next. I think he's chasing that 36 points in a quarter as well. So I would love to see him play this summer in Tokyo and compete for a gold medal, because I'm pretty sure he'd have a lot of fun out there with all those guys coming together. Right. I want to see that.
He could have easily broke that record last night, so that's going down. You know what's next? Whatever he wants. Whatever he wants, he gets, because he works at it.
No doubt about that. Kevon Looney, he's been a steady presence inside the paint for the Golden State Warriors, but how long can he carry the load? And up next, the latest on James Wiseman as the rookie went under the knife. That's coming up here on Warriors Pregame Live.
Warriors Pregame Live is presented by Comcast Business, keeping you and your business connected. When every connection counts, you can count on Comcast Business. Learn more at ComcastBusiness.com.
The number 3 means perfection. It's a party, not a crowd. In some places on Earth, it even evokes the divine. Introducing the BMW 3 Series, an icon that lives on like never before. Choose between the advanced and dynamic 330i, the adrenaline-inducing M340i, or the electrified 330e. It really is a magic number. The 3. Hurry in is a 2021 BMW 330e sedan for $439 per month.
River Rock Casino is saying goodbye shelter and hello winning, but with a few new safety measures. Upon arriving, we ask you play it smart and stay 6 feet apart and always wear your mask. What will you play first? River Rock Casino, just 20 minutes north of Santa Rosa.
Now's the perfect time to buy a mattress during Mancini Sleep World's tax-free mattress sale. Enjoy huge savings, plus we'll pay your sales tax. Our wide selection of mattresses is available online, by phone, or now by private in-store appointment. Visit us at sleepworld.com.
At Big O Tires, you can trust that you're getting a good deal. Now buy 3, get 1 free on select sets of tires with installation purchase. Plus, pay nothing today with easy and affordable financing options for nearly any budget. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Dub Nation! Warriors basketball is in full swing. Bigger and better than ever. And we've got you covered.
His shot decision. Oh, Wiseman spikes it. The front court. Draymond finds him another 3. 62! 62!
Stay up to date with all your Warriors coverage with Dubs Talk. Hosted by Grant Liffman and Kendra Andrews. Part of the NBC Sports Podcast Network.
Let's take a look at the 4 starting lineups tonight for the Golden State Warriors in the same lineup they've had since Kelly Oubre Jr. has been out. You see Looney starting at the 5, and he's been solid. Looney's been giving the Warriors some nice minutes there down in the post. And Bazemore's been scoring a little bit here as he tries to help Curry, Draymond, and Wiggins get another win. Let's bring in Kareth Burke, our Warriors reporter here at NBC Sports Bay Area, powered by Cisco WebEx. And Kareth, good evening as the Warriors try to win their 4th game in a row for the first time all season. But we just got the news about James Wiseman. What is the latest with James Wiseman, who just received surgery down in Los Angeles today?
Yes, the Warriors revealed that was a successful surgery, and they know a little bit more about the timeline. He will be out, James Wiseman, until at least September. So the rest of his season is over. And if there is indeed a summer league, which is supposed to happen in August, James Wiseman will miss that. You know, they wanted those summer league games for Wiseman so he can play among young competition. He can get more game minutes. He can keep building up his confidence. It appears that has been ruled out. So James Wiseman, we'll get that next update in September. That means his rookie season is over. He played 39 games this year. He was just starting to put it together, and then the knee injury hit. It was tough kind of watching that video. But by all accounts, James Wiseman is doing well. Steve Kerr says it's been pretty tough on him. He's a young guy, but he's putting on a brave face, and our fingers are crossed for a good recovery. Not sure how to segue into something positive here, but all this means that the Warriors will continue to play small ball. We saw that last night. The ball moves pretty well when they're playing small. 39 assists. Draymond had 16 of those assists. He knows how to set up Steph Curry, who seems to enjoy playing on a spaced out floor. And Steve Kerr said pregame that, the team last night is the team that we've been for many years. The Warriors have found success from small ball, and that's how they're going to make their push for the playoffs at the end of the season.
Well, Karif, that's a great segue to what we're going to get into right now on Warriors Pregame Live. And we're going to go straight to the head coach, Steve Kerr, on that very topic, small ball with the Golden State Warriors.
The team you saw last night is the team that we've kind of been for many, many years, with our, the base offense being around the Steph Draymond pick and roll. And, Looney is so experienced, he knows his way around that. So even if Draymond's at the 4, Looney knows where to be at the 5 to maintain the spacing and the ball movement that we like. We had a possession last night with coming off a high screen where we got 9 passes, second half possession. I think it was third quarter. We had 9 passes in a half court possession that ended up with Steph making a wide open 3. So it's not just small ball per se. It's personnel, and it's awareness and understanding of what's going on and moving the ball. And last couple games we've been really, really good with that kind of stuff.
All right, the small ball we saw earlier this season, especially on the Texas trip, worked really well for the Golden State Warriors here. And now they're going to have to go small with Loon as the lone big. We'll see if the Warriors do anything about it and look for a big out there on the market here. I'm not sure who's available or who's out there for the Warriors to try to sign here, but they moved the ball well so far without James Wiseman. 39 assists last night. Ball's been hopping around, Darrell, and they've been able to push the pace a bit here with the smaller lineup.
Hey, it's no surprise they're first in the NBA in assists, so that says a lot. They move the basketball well, and it starts with Draymond when he's getting guys involved. And coaches always used to preach on this. It's contagious. When you passing that ball and everybody's feeling good, guys are going to give up a good shot for a great shot. And that's what we've been seeing these last few games when they've been on a run. But I think every time they play well, they're in that 30 assists, from 25 to 30 assists range.
And this small ball lineup strikes fear in everybody in the Western Conference.
No joke.
Because the head of the snake is Steph Curry. The high ball screen, he gets double, hits Draymond, who's a beautiful playmaker from the point center position. When you play small, you get to dictate tempo. And the Warriors want to play fast. The floor is spaced. There's so many open driving lanes, not just to score, to collapse the defense, to kick out for open three-point shots. Concern, rebounding. But they have enough. Steph's a great rebounder. The guards got to get back there and rebound, whether it be Bazemore, Wiggins, help Draymond and Looney on the boards. And Steve talked about you move the ball, right? The assist, like Darrell just referenced. You move the ball from a good shot to a great shot. And that's what they did the last few games. They're on a great roll. I think they feel comfortable with it, so their confidence is at an all-time high this season. And I think that's why Dallas, I don't care who it is, the 2 LA teams, any of those teams
Utah.
in a 7-game series, you do not want to play a small ball lineup with Steph Curry in it.
No doubt. Denver saw that Monday night, right, fellas? When Jokic got doubled and he was getting the ball stolen. Draymond with 4 steals in that one. He had 3 last night as Steph Curry gets ready to roll. And up next, Darrell Wright has been on a roll. Can Darrell Stradamus get it done for a 3rd straight game? That's coming up on Warriors. It's time to Find Your Edge, presented by Atlantis Casino Resort Spa in Reno. The Dubs, last night they were double-digit favorites. Tonight, 6.5-point favorites over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Warriors 12-5 against the spread in its last 17 games as a favorite. And for more information like this, check out NBC Sports Edge. Or you could just listen to Darrell Wright. The man is on fire right now with his predictions. Here's a quick flashback. You were once a teammate of Steph Curry's. This is an unbelievable feat for Steph Curry, Darrell.
Come on, anytime you could be in the breath of Wilt Chamberlain is always special. So salute to Steph. I think he's gonna get it in the first quarter, Monte.
Oh, first quarter! Oh, Darrell is guaranteeing the first quarter. All right, any prediction on a point total for Steph and Curry?
35.
Go 40.
40?
In 3 quarters.
In 3 quarters. Ooh, Darrell's hot.
Magic
Look
man.
at him. Look at him, bully.
He goes outrageous, but then Steph Curry backs it up.
What you got, man? Darrell Stradamus here. Darrell Stradamus, what's in that crystal ball tonight?
Man, I'm thinking 35, 6-6, baby, in a win.
In a win.
Yeah, 35, 6-6.
Man. Oh, you know,
Colin
back to back.
Colin Sexton is a good defender, you know. He's going to move his feet a little bit, but he's going to get worn down.
I'm not questioning that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's a done deal.
That's a done deal. 35, 6-6, and the Warriors win.
Yeah.
How much will they win by? Let's double up.
I'll say 12.
Oh, I like this man. He's so confident, bully. So confident.
He just puts it out there and Steph backs it up. These guys are tight, man.
Can you believe the Monday one? No, first quarter. I was like, all right, Darrell, you get 18, maybe midway through the third. He said first quarter. That was impressive.
53, 42, 37, 29 of 49 from the three-point line. Come on, man. This is getting ridiculous.
Yes,
it is
is.
ridiculous. Now, let me ask you this, Darrell, and we won't count this. This won't count against you. Will he hit 10 threes tonight?
I'm going to say 7.
Ooh, I like
7
the confidence, man. I like the confidence. 7 is not a bad night at all. We're spoiled right now.
No doubt.
We're spoiled.
This is incredible. He's at the peak of his powers right now. Enjoy it.
Best basketball he's played in his career?
No doubt. I don't think he's even close.
Ooh, what about you, D?
I got to back up the legend. Not even close.
And why is that? Is it because of players around him, not having Clay, not having KD, not having guys like Iguodala and Livingston to get on the ball?
I think the biggest thing we always talk about is his shape. He's in great shape. He looks lean, and he's going in there taking contact. He's mixing it up. Three-way score. Three-level score, I'm sorry.
Three-level score.
The amazing part also is physically, yes, but his mental approach, how he's dissecting these defenses. They're all different each and every night. Sometimes he explodes in the first quarter. Sometimes he takes the first half to figure it out while he's getting his teammates involved. And then he explodes in the second half.
All right, let's go over to the crossover to Bob Fitzgerald and Kalina Azubuike. Calling the action as always. And fellas, as we discuss here, Steph Curry on a crossover, is this the best basketball you guys have seen Steph Curry play over the course of his career?
I don't like disagreeing with Hall of Famers ever, so I'm sort of with Darrell on that, going with Mully. But, man, you guys are sleeping on a 50-40-90 unanimous MVP season. Like, that got put in the wastebasket real fast.
Right, yeah. I mean, listen, it's so tough to say it's the best he's ever played. This dude has played amazing for so long, and I feel like we're maybe prisoners of the moment at times with this guy, but what he's doing right now is remarkable. And D-Rod, I just wanted to know, are your predictions limited to basketball and Steph? Because if not, I have some other things I'd like to ask you.
When did Darrell start point shaving? What's going on here?
Hey, fellas, whatever you need, just reach out to me, baby. It's nothing.
Darrell Stradamus, baby. Let's go.
That's impressive.
No, and I think the thing with Mully's thing that's right is this is the least help Steph has ever had. So when you see this productivity without Clay, that's the amazing part. He hardly played without Clay at many points of his career because they were always tied together. To do this all year without Clay, I mean, that's where it gets ridiculous. And I think J.B. Bickerstaff, because his dad's an old school guy, I think he's going to have 6 guys guarding Steph.
Probably.
They're going to be on the power play for Cleveland. So they're watching Darrell. They don't want 35.
Yeah.
And they don't want 7 threes.
Well, Mully, speaking of help, on that note, like you're talking about, Fitz, all the attention Steph is going to see. Mully, you've been on this tip about Draymond just being more aggressive, taking advantage of his opportunities, and we've seen that lately. I think he's listening to you, and he's showing a little more game. Like, he made a dribble move where it's kind of a counter last game, and he's going to the rim. He's looking for those fake handoffs a little more, looking to take those jumpers when you're seeing Steph is pretty much done moving around. So do you think he's thinking about that a little more before the game, or do you think this is just something that's kind of naturally happening with him?
No, I think Draymond, just like Steph, reading what the defense is giving him. I think he's got much better balance to his game. I think it coincides with his fitness level. I think he got himself in great shape after getting off to a tough start because of COVID. And Draymond always plays great basketball. But I do think when he's aggressive offensively, it just adds a different dynamic and better balance to the overall attack. And Fitz, you talk about Steph, so we're prisoners of the moment, right? So this year he's at 50, 40, 90.
I know.
Without
Exactly.
Steph,
Yep.
and he's right there leading the league in scoring. So this has been something just to savor and to enjoy. Every night he steps on the court, it's a masterpiece.
I think you guys are 100%. The other thing, too, Mully, you were talking about this, and you and D can jump in. The identity now. You know, Wiseman has had his surgery. You're going to have to play small. You know who you are. And I think that helps. There's no more play this way a little bit. But last night and the Denver game and the Milwaukee, that's their identity now. This is how they have to play the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think they're approaching every single game like that. Like, this is who we are. This is who we have in this locker room. So let's go out there and make light of it. So I think guys are moving the ball well. Guys are screening hard. And everybody's locked in on the defensive end as well.
And you're not getting crushed on the boards.
No,
either. This
because